What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to our New York Giants franchise rebuild, completely modded with mods from the Madden community on Discord. And things are looking up for us as the New York Giants. Frank Dong taking over the team. We are 4-2. We got another, man, these first few weeks, really the first 8 weeks have been, chock full of divisional opponents. And we've got another one here against the Philadelphia Eagles. We're 4-2. They're 3-3. This is another big game. Again, every time we can win one of these, just helps us out in tiebreaker scenarios. And if you look at the NFC East, 4-2, 3-3, 3-3, you can't count the Cowboys out at a 1-5 record. Long rest of the season, anything can happen, especially when you've got Daniel Jones and the New York Giants. But Daniel Jones has been looking good. He's leading the league in rushing touchdowns. He has the most rushing yards for a quarterback so far, pushing around 300 yards. So we're going to keep things going, at least in that front. But Saquon's back. Kadarius Toney is back. So things are looking up for this offense. The defense, though, we still have some big injuries in the secondary. And Kayvon Thibodeau really has not shown out. Let me know down in the comments, is Thibodeau a bust for us so far? Drake Jackson, linebacker, has been absolutely stellar. He's been a very surprised player on the defensive side of the ball for New York. And going up against the Eagles, I think one of the things we got to worry about again is the scrambling for, it says Desmond Ridder, but it's obviously Jalen Hurts. Now, Jalen Hurts, it doesn't look like this, so far this season, passing really hasn't been a big thing. With Miles Sanders and the rushing attack, really, again, that's not anything that we need to worry about. And we have been really good at defending the run so far. So one thing I want to do is make sure that when we get in those third down and longs and short third down situations, that we contain Jalen Hurts. So that's what we're going to do on defense. On offense, well, it's a different story. We got to worry about Fletcher Cox, obviously, but I think one of the things we got to really worry about is making sure that we can push the ball down the field. Now that we got Kadarius Toney and we've got Saquon back, Kenny Golladay has made a surprise return. Should we throw it medium? They've been really good at stopping throwing it medium. I think we continue what we're doing. It's working. We'll go with throwing it short. I wanted to switch it up some, but it just doesn't make sense. Let's start our training and hope and pray that nobody gets hurt. All right, so we escaped without any injuries, but you know what time it is? Let's get ready to rumble. All right, here we are at Lincoln Financial Field. Daniel Jones and the 4-2 New York Giants in their alternate uniforms. I'll switch that up. Going up against the Philadelphia Eagles, led by Jalen Hurts. They're 3-3 on the season, looking to try to even things up with the New York Giants and take atop the NFC East here early in the season. The 4-2 New York Giants going up against the Philadelphia Eagles. Let's get it started. Hey, we actually won the coin toss. And of course, the Giants elect to defer. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles offense looking to get the ball first, and they take it out of the end zone and carry it to the 23. Jalen Hurts and the offense has been struggling this year trying to get the ball moving downfield. Jalen Hurts with only 7 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. Kayvon Thibodeau looking to try to get his second sack against Jalen Hurts, I do believe, as he comes off the edge and they hand it to the running back in the backfield, Harris. I was going to say, that didn't look like Miles Sanders. That brings up a 2nd down and 4. Good field position for the Eagles as rookie sensation Drake Jackson comes in for a huge tackle for a loss of 2 on the play. There he goes, showing out. And the run defense has really turned around for New York, and it's all been led by this guy, number 11. Big 3rd down and 6. Now, this was a very big thing for New York in game planning this week, was to try to contain Jalen Hurts in these 3rd down situations. And he finds a wide open Dallas Goedert, and he takes it all the way to, I think, the 25, but there was a flag on the play. And to make things worse, Dexter Lawrence with a roughing the passer penalty now gives the ball to the Eagles on the 14. Great field possession, a really great play by Jalen Hurts, and there's that defense again. Kayvon Thibodeau in there, along with Blake Martinez. They're going to give the tackle to Roche here. And a loss of 3 on the play. New York's gotten away from blitzing. They were really big on blitzing earlier in the season, but I think that led to a lot of their rush defense problems as this ball is thrown to Harris again, but Drake Jackson able to stop him in open field, brings up a 3rd down. As you see, Adoree Jackson and that secondary by New York is banged up to say the least. They're without Adoree Jackson. They're without one of their safeties. 3rd down and 8. And Jalen Hurts, I think the ball just slipped out of his hand. That's going to bring up a 4th down and 8. The drive stalls here, and the Eagles look to take a 3-0 lead as the kick is up, and it is good. All right, so now it's time for Daniel Jones and the New York offense here in hostile Philly. As you see, much like Jalen Hurts, 5 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, not a lot, but his presence has been felt on the ground as he is leading the NFL in rushing touchdowns with 7. So you attach that 7 to the 5, he accounts for 12 touchdowns and 5 interceptions so far on the season. And Daniel Jones is looking like he can possibly make things work here in Philly, as Frank Donk is definitely, as you see right there, Daniel Jones with tons of room to the right. I just do not understand how teams are continuing to allow him to scramble outside of the pocket as he picks up 39 yards on the play. Saquon Barkley back in uniform with pads here in Philly as he gets his first carry in a few weeks, and he picks up 5. Everyone's kind of worried about Saquon Barkley's health. He's been a very unhealthy player early in his career, and you got to think that New York's probably going to try to limit his touches, and especially with Brightwell showing out in his, while he's been hurt, try to limit some of those carries and limit the hits on Saquon as he's in there again. Nice blocking, and Saquon carries it all the way to the 15-yard line. Daniel Jones' first pass completion for 15 yards. Jones puts a receiver in motion, and Saquon Barkley is met behind the line, I do believe, for maybe just a gain of 0 on the play. Good defense there by Philly. This brings up a 3rd down and 7. And there is Daniel Jones' go-to guy. He finds Darius Slayton over the middle, and Slayton carries it all the way to a 1 pickup of 11, but there is a giant hurt on the field. I do believe it was one of their offensive linemen. This brings up 1st down and goal. Ball on the 1. Saquon again in the backfield, and they're going to let him carry that all the way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. 7-3, New York up. All right, so we pick things up in the Giants' 2nd drive of the day, and wide open, O.J. Howard off to the right as Daniel Jones rolls out, and Daniel Jones with already 50 yards through the air. O.J. Howard with a 23-yard reception on the day, and this gets New York back in opponent territory, or Philly territory, looking to score and take this lead up even more. Saquon with a nice carry to the 31. Saquon with now 22 yards on the ground, and the New York offense is cooking here early in Philly. This brings up a 3rd down and 4 for New York. Ball on the 24, and their right guard, Bredesen, was hurt on the drive earlier. He is out for the game, and he will not return as Daniel Jones throws that over the middle, and it's almost intercepted. Daniel Jones' first incomplete pass of the day. This brings up a 41-yard field goal for Graham Gano, who's been up and down so far this season. And the kick is up, and it's good. 10-7 or 10-3, New York with the lead. Oh, nice dump off by Jalen Hurts, who really hasn't been able to find much downfield. All of his passes have been kind of dinks and dunks. And that converts for a 1st down. Ball on the 40 as time runs down here in the 1st quarter, less than 30 seconds left. Jalen Hurts looking to try to tie this game up here for the Eagles. 1st and 10 as he again dumps this down low to his tight end, who reaches out and might have picked up the 1st down. And no, the refs are not going to give it to him as the 1st quarter winds down. What was that? Jalen Hurts just trying to get rid of it, sensing the pressure, and he has just seemed very uncomfortable in the pocket so far. And the offensive line is kind of held up. Linebacker for New York, Roche, was hurt on the play. We'll have to get word from sidelines here shortly as it brings up a third down and short. And Jalen Hurts throws a short pass over to his go-to guy, Devontae Smith. His first catch of the day for 12, and that gives Philly a first down and ball on the 38, as we see now from the sideline reporter that Roche has a torn labrum and will not return. That is not good for New York, who has had a ton of injuries this season on defense, and that just makes life a little bit more difficult for New York as Miles Sanders carries that ball to the 33 for a pickup of 4. Got a flag on the snap. I do believe it's offsides by the defense, but it won't matter as Miles Sanders carries this one to, I think, the 14-yard line. And yes, we've got offsides on the defense, and that will probably be declined by Philly. Ball on the 13. Philly looking to answer here. 10 minutes left in the first half as they hand it off again in the backfield, and we have another flag on the play. Holding, but now first down and 20. And Philly dumping that off at their 6 in the pressure from New York, and good play to accept that, as now this brings up a 2nd and 16, as we would have been looking at a 2nd and 13, I do believe, if they decline the penalty. And again, another flag. We've had a lot of flags in the game so far today. Holding again, this time by the right tackle, Lane Johnson, who's a very disciplined vet. Very surprised he was called for that. And Philly inflicting several wounds to themselves now. 2nd down and 26 after being in good field position, and that one incomplete by Jalen Hurts. This will bring down a big 3rd down and 26 as New York looks to bring the pressure. We're bringing the heat all day. Got blitzing coming. What will Jalen Hurts do? And of course, he's just going to dump that down again to Harris. He goes out of bounds, and Philly will just be happy after 2 big holding calls with just a field goal. Daniel Jones leading the Giants out for their 3rd drive of the day. They converted points on their first 2. Can they do it here on the 3rd as Daniel Jones dumps that down to Saquon, who is already had 2 big catches on the day, and he catches another pass for a first down. Ball on the 42 for New York. Saquon already pretty active in the passing game here early in this one. He's had some mild success running as they give it to him again, and he picks up about 5 on the play. You see 8 rushes for 33 yards and a touchdown for Saquon. 3rd down and 1. Ball at midfield for New York as they look to try to extend this drive and score points here to extend this lead. Daniel Jones with a player in motion and hands that off to Devontae Booker, who carries that for a gain of 14 yards. As New York has just been dominating on the ground so far, it's extended a lot of their drives, as now we've got a 1st down and 10, ball on the 35. Daniel Jones bringing Kadarius Toney in motion here, who hasn't really touched the ball much. And as soon as I say that, it is completed to Kadarius Toney, who put on the afterburners and picks up a 1st down, ball on the 17. 2nd down and 6, ball on the 14. New York with about 4 minutes left in this game. And Daniel Jones completes it to Kenny Golladay with his 2nd touchdown this season, his 2nd touchdown of his New York career. And the Giants are now have a 17-6 lead here in the 2nd quarter. Oh my goodness. Drake Jackson is on another level. The play before, he gets a shoestring tackle, slipping the block. This time he slips the block and gets right in the face of Jalen Hurts for a huge sack on 2nd down. Look at him go. Oh, nice completion by Jalen Hurts on a long 3rd down. Devontae Smith finding the window. Nice catch, but even better throw by Jalen Hurts. You see the replay here. I mean, he fit that one a little bit behind. James Bradbury probably in coverage could have blocked that. James Bradbury not having a good year, but really, really good play by Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith. What a catch! Oh my goodness, what a catch! What a catch by Holmes. I think that's his second interception of the season. I'm pretty sure he had one last week against the Cowboys. And he is showing out in the absence of Adoree Jackson. What an interception. Oh no, is Daniel Jones hurt on the play? Daniel Jones slow to get up after scrambling out of bounds, and that will bring in rookie quarterback drafted in the 3rd round, I do believe, Dustin Crum. 3rd down and 9 with a nice lead. Oh man, what do we do here? And he's going to complete his first ever pass to who else but Saquon Barkley. And that should get New York in field goal range as Graham Gano is looking to line this up. Philly does call a timeout. This brings up a 3rd down and 7, or I'm sorry, this brings up a 4th down and 1, 51-yard field goal. And Graham Gano's kick is up. And it is good. Giants with a 20-6 lead. They're up by 2 touchdowns. Word from the sideline is that Daniel Jones only has a pectoral strain and that he will return soon. So we're going to keep Dustin Crum in for he'll probably be back after the half, and we'll just leave things up to Crum and Saquon for the remainder of the 2nd quarter as Jalen Hurts finds Devontae Smith open, but a nice tackle on the play. And Devontae Smith drops the ball. This brings up a 2nd down and 2. Good throw by Jalen Hurts, and usually Smith, sure-handed, is not going to drop too many of those. Jalen Hurts scrambling out to the left. He finds his receiver, but there's a flag on the play. He might have crossed the line of scrimmage, and that is going to be a penalty and a loss of downs. That makes it 3rd down and 15. New York could make a big stop, and they'll get the ball to start the half, and just like that, Philly is going to kick this ball. All right, so we pick things up here at the start of the 3rd quarter. Daniel Jones is still not in. No word from the sideline on when they expect him to return, but they thought that he would return back after the half. So that means now, for the rest of at least this drive, it is Daniel Crum's time here in Philly as he scrambles out to the left and he gets sacked by McDuffie for a big loss. With a 2-score lead here, you got to think that Frank Donk's probably telling his young rookie quarterback, do not take any chances. Just check this down. We've got a 2-point lead. No real reason to try to be a hero as he dumps that down to O.J. Howard for a gain of about 10. And now New York will have to punt. And this could be what Philly needs to flip this game in their favor. As, oh my God, I did it again. Oh, no, we didn't. Why do I keep doing that? That's a huge mistake by New York. It's because I play on PlayStation and Xbox, and I get the controls mixed up. But Kayvon Thibodeau gets shoved by the smaller Harris. No, that was Miles Sanders for a gain of 5. Thibodeau, they get the tackle to him, but he has not looked good this first half of the season. Jalen Hurts and the Phillies and the Eagles in good field position, 2nd and 5, and he catches, I think that was Gage on a quick slant there. I'm sorry, Cole Sr. for a 1st down, ball on the 9, 1st down and goal. And Philly looking to answer here early off of a big turnover in special teams by New York as Philly answers. You just can't make mistakes against divisional opponents. And just like that, Philly is only down by 1 score. Still no word from Daniel Jones, so it's still Dustin Crum time for New York as they hand that off to Saquon. And you got to think there's probably going to be a lot of running going on. Dinking and dunking passes with Crum in, who probably did not expect to see much of the field today. As Saquon shuffles it all the way to the 33. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and 2. Big 3rd down and 2 here for New York. If they don't pick this up, momentum will have definitely shifted as Crum throws it to Kadarius Toney. A quick little pass, confident pass to him as well. And that's a 1st down. Nice arm. Kadarius Toney with his 2nd catch of the day for 25. New York's going to be a little bit more one-dimensional on offense now. You can't expect Crum. He's definitely not as fast as Daniel Jones is. Saquon carries that for a 1st down. He's got 80 yards on the ground. Nice day in return for Saquon to the field. But you can't expect Crum to scramble out and pick up big yardage on the ground in those 3rd down scenarios that we've seen and being so accustomed to seeing out of Daniel Jones. As Brightwell now gets a turn, and Justin Hargrave is hurt on the play. Daniel Jones moving his tight end in motion, and Saquon carries that for a 1st down and a pickup of 9. Play action from the Giants as Crum finds O.J. Howard in the flat, and he pushes a defender out of the way, and a gain of 9 as Dustin Crum is 4 of 5 to start his career. Showing a little confidence, looking good, looking smooth, handling the defense under pressure, or the offense under pressure, as he gives that back to Saquon, who cuts it back to the left and picks up a 1st down. Crum finds Darius Slayton over the middle and 2 to 3. Darius Slayton coming in clutch inside the red zone now. His 2nd big catch in the red zone, and now we've got a 1st down and goal. Saquon off to the right of Dustin Crum. He brings a receiver in motion, and after a busted play, there looks to be a flag, and it might be face mask on Fletcher Cox. A new set of downs, and the ball a little closer to the end zone. Dustin Crum lined up right behind the center, and that's given to Saquon, who powers forward for his 2nd touchdown of the day. And Giants now, pending the extra point, will take a 27-13 lead. The kick is up, and it's no good. Oh, nice run by Philly. Miles Sanders picks up a 1st down. He's already got 79 rushing yards on the day. And the rushing defense for New York, who has been looking good the last few weeks, not looking so good here in Philly. Miles Sanders is approaching 100 yards, and we're not even done with a 3rd quarter. There's Drake Jackson, who runs right by Harris, and he picks up a 1st down. Pump fake by Jalen Hurts. He's trying to get it too. Oh, Devontae Smith as Jenkins gets both of his mitts on it, but drops it. Trying to hit a home run strike there on 1st down. Jalen Hurts scrambling out to the left, and that was broken up. Drake Jackson in coverage, man. Drake Jackson has been everywhere today for New York. And you have to be happy if you're a New York Giants fan, seeing a young, promising linebacker that really has been missing for your franchise for quite some time. As Jalen Hurts on 3rd down, he's been so clutch today with another big completion. Ball to 32. Philly looking to answer after the New York touchdown and missed extra point, as they handed that back off to Miles Sanders, who now is going to take that into the end zone for a touchdown. He's eclipsed 100 yards on the day. And this, barring the extra point, if it's good, will make this a 6-point lead. The kick is up and good. Dustin Crum still in here late in the 3rd quarter, and pressure is starting to mount for New York. They need to answer, and they need to answer big, as Dustin Crum doesn't have anybody, and he's just going to scramble. Crum still in to start the 4th quarter. No answer from Daniel Jones. Dustin Crum in. Play action, throws it. Look at Kadarius Toney. And that's a 1st down. Dustin Crum got a little bit of moxie, throwing it on the run, throws it up in the air where only Kadarius Toney could get it, and he's 6 of 7 to start his young career. And Saquon with a nice run. He now eclipses 100 yards on the day. Shotgun set again for Crum and the New York offense. Saquon Barkley off to his right. The ball is snapped. They're looking to pass it. Crum looked like he had some people open, and he's just going to take a sack. I know they're going to say that he ran it. And that brings up a 3rd down and 2. You can feel the pressure getting to Crum a little bit. He doesn't really have much time to throw it. Daniel Jones very aware of that. And that brings up a third down. As Darius Slayton catches it again for another huge catch. Darius Slayton doesn't do much throughout the entirety of the game, but when he does get the ball, it's always monumental. Always for a big catch. Seems like it's always on third down. You see the offensive breakdown for New York. They've ran it 33 times and only passed it 17 as they're looking to run it again. So that's their 34th rushing attempt of the day. Saquon with 25 of those. And Daniel Jones is now finally in 2nd and 6 as New York with a sigh of relief. Glad to see their quarterback back in, looking to try to sock this game away here late in the 4th quarter. And again, there's Darius Slayton. And I tell you, he can find the end zone. And Daniel Jones coming back, his first play of the day after the injury, he finds Darius Slayton. And now New York is up 32-20, and it looks like they're going to go for it here to try to give themselves a 2-score lead. And Daniel Jones throws it in the back of the end zone, and I think O.J. Howard was out of bounds. He was wide open, but is not able to get both feet down. Huge stop by Philly. Jalen Hurts loses the ball, and who else? Drake Jackson there for the fumble recovery. Jalen Hurts had no one to throw it to, and he decides to scramble. And Drake Jackson stumbling on the play. He has been everywhere for New York. And we'll have to see if they decide to look that over, and it doesn't look like they're going to. It looked to be pretty wide open there, that was a fumble. And that is a huge turnover for Philly. They've got to look now to try to stop New York from getting anything other than a field goal here, because if they give up a touchdown, that'll force us to be a 3-score game with probably around 5 minutes left. Daniel Jones throws it to O.J. Howard, and they will stop them as Graham Gano's kick is up, and it's no good. So not only do they not run much time off the clock, they miss the field goal, and really they're in the same position they were before. So Jalen Hurts gets the ball back basically where he fumbled it. So no harm, no foul here for Philly as they snap it. Jalen Hurts looking to get rid of this ball, and he's being pressured by the defensive line, and he gets sacked by Woods there on the play. Defensive tackle by New York. I think that's his first sack of the day. 2nd down and 12. Jalen Hurts still looking to find some room here to run, and he just, like, he has not felt comfortable all day in the pocket. This brings up a 3rd down and 5, and New York got to watch for Jalen Hurts scrambling. He's been doing it all day. Dante Jackson coming in blitz, and he finds Goddard over the middle. Tough to bring down Goddard as he carries that to the 47. All on the 40 for New York as time is running off the clock. Can't continue to dink it and dunk it down the field. They've got to start taking some shots here, play action, and they find Smith over the middle, and Drake Jackson there for a tackle, takes out the legs of Smith. And again, the clock is running. We're almost down to 2 minutes, and you still have not seen a lot of hurry up from Philly. And coming through is Dexter Lawrence for his first sack of the day, 5th of the season, 3rd of the game for New York. That brings up a 3rd down and 8 here for Philly. Crowd is silent, wondering if Philly can come through with a touchdown. And that ball is incomplete. 4th down and 8. This is do or die for Philly. If they don't complete it here, the game is over. And it's almost intercepted. And James Bradbury late in this game gets the final interception. I think that's his first interception of the game. And your New York Giants are now 5-2 to start the season. Almost at the halfway point, 5-2, beating a divisional opponent with so many divisional games here early in the season. They have set themselves up for success, but they have to continue Things will only get harder from here as the season progresses. Already have a ton of injuries. Got some tougher opponents coming up. But things are rolling for New York and Frank Donk. All right, guys, so the injuries continue to pile up. Adoree Jackson, O'Shane Eximities, Xavier McKinney, and now Quincy Roche are all starters on our defense and are all out for multiple weeks. We will get Adoree Jackson after the next game. So will we also get Iquanu out of NC State. But we are 5-2. We have our game up against the Cowboys next week. Another big game. Let's fast forward and see what the standings look like. We did beat Philly, so they're going to go down. They're going to go be 3-4. We'll see if Washington, they had a bye week, so they're still 3-3. We've got a 2-game lead. Cowboys did win, so they're going to be rolling. We are playing at home in New York. We got to defend home turf, but that will be on the next one. I will catch everybody later. Make sure to hit that like button if you haven't already. Peace out.